welcome to another video for Auto Solutions Checkpoint, and this is a bit of a spur of the moment video. It is currently 7:45 on a Monday night, and I'm heading over to Stirling to pick up a very cheap Audi TT. It's a 200 brake horsepower model. It's got a private plate and that on it, and it's dirt cheap. Only downside, it's damaged. It's a category N. Going to nip down and get the trailer and go and get it loaded up. Wish me luck, fingers crossed. I really don't know what the crack is with my camera, but it's not really working the best on my phone. But I just realised it is a proper full moon tonight. It's actually quite creepy. So I'm just hoping that these folk are werewolves coming to get me. And this here just feels like the good old days, the spontaneousness of seeing an ad and just saying, right, I'm going to look at it, regardless of whatever time it is. Obviously when you settle down and you have a family and that kind of luxury doesn't really come about that often. So it's a nice wee treat to actually get out and look at something at this time. I always do not recommend going to look at a car at this time, but at this price, I'm not too bothered, to be honest. Just hope it's a decent one that I can make money at it. It's a 2-litre TFSI and it's like 200 brake. Hopefully it's decent. The clutch and the gearbox is fine. Because worst case scenario, I can always make it if it's bad bodily wise. But the money I'm going to be getting it for, I'm not going to grumble, to be honest. Here we go. It's got like scraping the door. Spider web. Nice sweet private plate. So you can see the worst part here. The door's caved in. The new door, new wing. Headlight seems to be fine. Seems to be straight other than that. So I think what I'll do, I'll get it to the nearest petrol station and get a wee walk round and see what it's like, because I can't wait till tomorrow. As you can see, I've bought the vehicle, so we'll just do a car vertical check and I'll let you see what the verdict is on it. The theft is okay, odometer is okay, financial and legal status is okay. So in amber it's highlighted that it's been damaged. So basically it's had light damage, so it qualifies as a category N. So it basically just tells you things to know about the car: body types, engine sizes, gearboxes, that kind of stuff. So the theft, there was no records found. Odometer has been fine. It's never been imported, leased, operated, leased, unit stock. So it just basically tells you it's been damaged, category N. There's no pictures on this occasion. So it's just telling you what it came with: 6-speed gearbox, when it was manufactured, all the MOT history, everything comes back fine. Now obviously there's quite a few failures throughout its life for its MOT, but at the end of the day it's still a mechanically sound car that would get you from A to B quite happily. It shows you about license plates, the works. I prompt you, if you are buying a car, use Car Vertical. It is an absolute fantastic resource so that you end up buying a good car instead of a lemon. Right, so here we go. Little light in the matter. Paintwork's very dull. It's got swarm marks around it as well. It actually looks like it's been scrubbed with a Brillo pad. I reckon a good high polish would come up pretty good. Wheel arches are fine. There's no kind of obvious rust. You got some rust scabs around here. Front wing is very good. It's good that the bonnet isn't full of crazy stone chips. It's just a shame about the headlights. Don't know if we could maybe restore them up. Bumper's in alright condition as well. A wee scuff on the splitter. So here we are, under the different light. Now obviously there's nothing we can do about this wing. I would just replace it. The door has took a super dunt. The wee corner of the bonnet, I reckon that could be maybe tidied up, but the door definitely changed. Still pretty good round the arches and that as well. Back bumper's got a few scuffs. Lacquer peel. the most pointless back seats ever. Nice wee 6-speed gearbox. Loving the seats. Really, really nice. At least they're not drab black. It's got 180,000 miles. It's a 2-litre TFSI. But I'm hoping that by the time I'm finished with this, you'll not recognise it. It's just an awful smell of clutch. There was something holding it back whenever I was driving it, but it felt like I was getting held back at the back of it. But I haven't even checked to see if this is a Quattro or not. So that would be the next line of protocol, because it could be the 4x4 system that's goosed. Never thought of that. Thankfully it is not a Quattro. Oh no, disappointed there's no CDs. Oh well, hey ho. Right, so there isn't anything major up on the dash apart from the airbag light. Airbag light would have possibly went off whenever the wing and that got done, quite possibly, I'm not sure. I wouldn't say it's anything to be sad about. Service is due. Well, so far I'm happy enough with that result. I'm thinking from a glass half full here. Fair enough, it is rough. It could be a rough diamond, and even if it's not a rough diamond, it'll still be better in parts as well. So look at it that way. It's got potential either way, as a breaker or put it on the road. Okay, so it's now morning time. I'm going to be show-watchy at it. That door is completely unsalvageable. No doing it. See this wee bit inside, it's pushed in the sill. Slightly dent on the sill as well, right? And the door's out. But what I'm planning on doing is just smack it up with a hammer, just out the way, and the door should close okay. I'm just got to get it cleaned up today. It'll clean up really nice inside, to be honest. We'll see if it'll start first turn of the key this morning. Put the radio down. Touch in. What? That actually sounds not too bad, to be honest. We'll get it cleaned up and I'll take it a good run down the back road. It's good that the windows, both the windows work as well. You know how rare that is for anything Volkswagen, Audi, Seat and Skoda, for the windows to be actually working. It's just a shame how out of line it is, but I reckon once the new door's on, it should be a good bit better. Definitely just going to touch this here one up. Wing's going to get replaced, door. Everything else seems fine. The side skirt maybe needs a couple of wee clips. In all honesty, so far I'm quite impressed with it. It just boils down to how it drives. Now, it has been off the road for a wee while, because you can see with the brake discs that they're all rusty and, you know, brakes are a wee bit seized up. But I'm hoping with a wee drive down the back roads, I'll get it all freed up and see what's what. As I said before, I smelt the clutch whenever I arrived, but it could have been when the wheels were seized and maybe the lassies like been accelerating, trying to de-seize it, and you've got the smell of the clutch. I don't know, I really don't know, but what I want to do is check it on loose first. It'd be annoying if it does need a clutch, but if it needs a clutch, it needs a clutch. There's nothing I can do or say about it. So how it started was superb, and I'm hoping the 6-speed gearbox is good as well, doesn't jump out of gear or anything. Here it goes, we'll just get in about it and give it a good clean up. Paintwork on it is so bad, so many swirls. I'm hoping a good T-cut polish will sort it out. bear in mind this is wet, but the bodywork is really poor on it, but it could clean up. It's never going to be a show winner. There's a few things I've noticed on the bodywork that obviously I wouldn't have noticed at night time, and it's just right here. It's got something over that, as if something's maybe been stuck around that. I really don't know what it is, but it's flaking off. But in all fairness, that could be tidied up. T-cut will hopefully take all these here wee scuffs out. Up close, and it's scuffed within an inch of its life. It looks like it's been scrubbed with a Brillo pad all its life, but it is what it is, and I reckon T-cut would bring it up. It'll not bring it up perfect, but it will bring it up to a presentable degree. So I'm going to go into B&M and do a bit of shopping for Halloween, because it's Halloween today, and then get this back up, get it off the trailer and take it a wee drive and see how it runs. Just the scuffs all around this here are a real letdown, but I'll show you as a quick check just with WD-40. For argument's sake, you were selling this here and you wanted it to look less bad, you would just saturate it in WD-40. Massage it in with the microfiber cloth and then let it soak in. You notice the way the line kind of disappears. You notice it up close, but it makes it look less bad than what it was. Right, so just let that soak in and then wipe it off with a clean microfiber cloth. With the microfiber. It's just a subtle difference, but it makes a big difference in how it looks. Far more presentable. Here we go, on the move. Brakes are binding so badly. I've got leg room in this car, but it's far too low for somebody as big as me, to be honest. Seems to be a good wee lift in it. Doesn't seem to be too bad. Throws you back in the seat, eh? Got nothing to say, I'm speechless. For 200 brake and something so small, I would say it's quite satisfying. Same, I need to refuel, so I think I'll go and treat it to some fuel. Won't get robbed at the petrol station. How the tables have turned. It's usually petrol stations that get robbed, but they're getting their own back on everybody and robbing us for the price of fuel. Ridiculous. Brakes in that seem fine, they just need kind of freed up, I guess. The clutch doesn't seem like it's slipping or anything, so I'm assuming that maybe the wheels were locked on and she's tried spinning the wheels to try and get the wheels unlocked. There's a receipt in the service history, but the only thing is, right, it says it had a clutch in 2020 or 21. It just says Audi clutch. It doesn't actually say what registration number or anything is, so the likes of service history like that is irrelevant because there's no way of really proving it. The clutch seems to be sitting where it should be sitting. Such a comfy thing to drive. Now, these come with the big stigma of being a girly car, but at the end of the day, you can drive what you like. You don't need to worry about what other people think. That's just jealousy. That's people's jealousy. At the end of the day, they can't see you getting by in life, so they mock you with things. It is a nice thing to drive, considering it's sat off the road for that long, you know. Right, so let's get robbed at the petrol station, fuck's sake. Right, that's the car had some jungle juice. The brakes do feel like they're still binding, but not as bad. So I'm hoping I'll drive it a wee bit longer here, and hopefully I can start to free it up. So I'm confused right now. The wipers were not working. See, whenever this was sitting stationary, when I was pumping the tyres up, the wipers were not working. The scooters were not working. Now they're working. God damn! Seems to move alright, like. I'm going to slam my feet in the brakes here. Well, it doesn't seem like the brakes are binding right now. And it's not dragging you to one side. So I'm going to get it back and have a look on the top down and see why the airbag light is on, just in case it just needs switched off. So it'll be a nice wee treat if it didn't need anything airbag related. Holy fuck. Heavy rabbit, cousin! Heavy rabbit! Well, so far I'm liking it. Nice wee whistle off the turbo too. You wouldn't even think this has 180,000 mile on it, because it drives so tight. Driving it, I'm finding it very, very hard to fault. It's a 2008 car. Yes, it's got its wear and tear, but it's such a smooth, nice car. So just the daunting thing I need to find is a wing and a door. Hopefully the same colour. See if I can, and I know I'm being a bit fussy. However, if I can get a door and a wing, and potentially a door for this side, because this here one's quite scabby as well. It's got the wee scabby bits down the bottom and round the handle as I've showed you. Decisions. How much am I going to put into this car? So we're going to plug the top down in to the Audi TT. Now on the Mark II Audi TT, seems to be pretty much the same throughout Audi and Volkswagen and that. But down just above where the foot pedal is, just right in there, that's where the OBD2 port is. Turn the ignition round, you need to let it register with the top down. So that should be it now. Right, okie dokie. So diagnostics check Audi. Okay, so we're just starting to scan now. So it's got quite a lot of codes up so far. But obviously nothing too untowards, considering there's no engine management lights or anything up, so no, maybe it's had a flat battery, I do not know. But what I'm going to try, now I've got this logged, is clear the DTCs. If the airbag light doesn't go out, I'll access the airbag section and see what's what with that. See if I can maybe put it out that way. Fault memory complete. Give it a little. Airbag light's still on. So we'll go out of the health check. and into the maintenance. Just in case there's something we can do with the airbag. If we can't, we can't, but there is absolutely nothing there for an airbag. Absolutely shocking. So I've done another scan after delete, and this is what has came back. So fresh air blower, high pressure sensor, side airbag, crash, driver side, crash sensor, right, and alarm horn. I think they come standard from the factory with this fault. Every single Volkswagen Audi group car I plug in has always got an alarm horn problem, and quite possibly it's been disconnected because they are an absolute pain in the flaming butt, because they just go off for nothing. It's a bit of an inconvenience, so people usually just disconnect them. Right, so we'll just obviously need to tackle 01221 because I would really like to get the light off. These other things, it's only a problem when it becomes a problem. The heat and everything works fine. I've drove it, everything seems to work fine. I could look into it, but I don't think I'll need to fret about it. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video just as much as I did, and I was thinking it was about time we had a £500 challenge car on the programme. So this is the £500 car. I got this for £500. I think it was a bargain of the century for me. Other people would differ, but at the end of the day, your heart's got to be in it. You know, if you like a vehicle and you want to put some time into it, you know, and get some enjoyment out of it, because that's what it's all about. Some folk would argue and say, oh, you paid too much for that. I think I paid just right for it, to be honest, considering I've been searching online to see if I could find a passenger door and a passenger wing, and I've tracked the door down. So I'm hoping that it's quite decent and I can get it for a decent price. It's just on eBay, there's people wanting 300 quid for a door. You know, even whenever I used to break cars, I would never charge that amount for a door, especially on something this old. I think if I can get the doors cheap enough, I'll just replace the driver's side door as well, because it's a bit scabby. I want the car looking its best, well, as best as it could be. I don't really want it let down by that wee rough bit around the door handle and that. I'm looking at it from the angle of, well, it'd be 200 quid a panel to paint. I'd be better off just trying to source a new door. Like, you get what I mean? Rather than getting somebody to repair that and charge an arm and a leg, you know, don't want to go down that road. So I'm quite happy with what I've got, and I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy the content as well. It's not the best video I've done, but at the end of the day, this is my little part of the world. This is Auto Solutions Checkpoint on YouTube. You know, it's my wee zone. Nobody forces you to like my stuff, you know, but I always prompt you, if you get use out of my videos or you like them or whatever, just subscribe and do your bit for the channel. From the statistics, I've got about 75% of the people watching my programs aren't subscribed, and the rest are. You know, I would really like the non-subscribers to take pity and press the wee subscribe button. It'd be greatly appreciated. But anyway, you guys take care, and I'll catch you in the next video. But 1010 over and out.